Hello, my friend. I'm glad you're here again. Before we begin, take a slow breath in, deep enough that it reaches your stomach. Hold it for just a moment and let it out softly. Let your mind catch up to your body. Let yourself arrive. Now, let's begin. Why do we become different versions of ourselves? One for work, one for home, one for the world, and which of them is closest to who we really are? It's something most of us do without thinking. We shift subtly or completely, depending on where we are. At work, we might speak with precision, carry authority, wear composure like armor. At home, we loosen. Our tone softens, the edges blur. With friends, we might laugh louder, tell stories more freely, show colors we hide elsewhere. And when we're alone, truly alone, we meet a version of ourselves that few others ever see. None of these versions are fake. Each one is real in its own way. Yet sometimes, if we move between them too fast, something inside us starts to fray. We feel scattered, like we're holding too many faces and can't remember which one is ours. Why does this happen? Part of it is survival. We learn early how to adapt, how to read a room, how to fit the expectations that make life smoother. A child learns that one tone makes a parent proud, another brings silence. A teenager learns how to speak differently to teachers and friends. An adult learns the codes of professionalism, the balance between truth and diplomacy. We call it maturity, and maybe it is, but it also comes with a quiet cost, the slow drifting away from the unfiltered self. The world rewards performance. We're taught that being professional means being composed, efficient, productive, that being social means being likable, interesting, safe, that being part of a family means being dependable, strong, forgiving, and all those things can be good. But if we never stop performing, even kindness can become exhausting. Sometimes I think we wear our different selves like layers of clothing. Some fit comfortably, others chafe. We can wear them for years until one day we wake up and realize we no longer remember the skin beneath. Who are you when no one is watching? Who are you when you close the laptop, turn off the lights, and sit in the quiet? That version, the one who sighs without reason, who feels without an audience, that's usually the closest to the truth. But that version can be hard to face, because without the structure of roles and reactions, we're left with pure presence. And presence shows us everything, the fears, the hopes, the fatigue we hide under purpose. So we rush back into the versions of ourselves that are easier to manage. At work, we become the achiever, the leader, the problem solver. We know what's expected of that self, and fulfilling expectations feels safe. At home, we might become the caretaker or the quiet one, the one who holds others together. That self, too, feels needed. Each role gives us a way to belong, but belonging to a role is not the same as belonging to ourselves. When we live too long inside these different versions, we start to feel split. We might succeed professionally, but feel invisible personally. We might be loved at home, but feel unseen for who we really are. And in the moments between, driving home from work, washing dishes, waiting for sleep, the in-between self surfaces, asking quietly, which one of these is me? The truth might be this: they all are. Each version carries a piece of truth, a fragment of the whole. The person at work, focused, composed, is not a lie. That's your competence, your discipline. The person at home, softer, unguarded, is not an illusion. That's your heart. The person in solitude, quiet, questioning, is not weakness. That's your soul, asking for space. Maybe the problem isn't that we have many selves, but that we forget they belong to one root, like branches growing in different directions, but fed by the same soil. When we forget that root, we start to live fragmented lives, polished in public, restless in private. Integration doesn't mean acting the same everywhere. It means allowing the same spirit to move through everything you do. The same honesty at work, the same compassion at home, the same presence with yourself. It means no longer hiding your humanity behind efficiency or expectation. There's a quiet relief in realizing that you don't need to choose between your versions. You only need to stop pretending they're strangers. Think about it. You wouldn't call a tree dishonest for having both roots and leaves. You wouldn't accuse the ocean of hypocrisy for being calm one day and stormy the next. Why hold yourself to a smaller standard than nature? The self is vast. It holds contradictions easily. You can be strong and uncertain, kind and angry, focused and lost, all within the same day, the same hour. You don't need to fix that. You just need to make room for it. Still, the question lingers. Which self is closest to who we really are? Maybe it's not the one others see most, but the one that asks the question in the first place. The one who notices the shifts. The one who feels the stretch between masks and wonders what's underneath. That's awareness again. The quiet witness who never changes, even as every outer layer does. It's the same consciousness that wakes up in all your roles. It's the you who notices when you speak differently, stand differently, feel differently. And that awareness doesn't judge. It simply observes, patiently, as you navigate the world. When you start noticing from that place, something softens. The masks don't feel so heavy anymore. You can still adapt, still perform when needed, but you do it consciously. You know that your worth doesn't depend on any of those versions. They're expressions, not definitions. It's like learning to move between rooms without forgetting where your home is. You can visit each one, play each part, but you always know how to return. Returning doesn't mean rejecting the world. It means carrying your realness with you into it. It means letting a little of your gentleness into your work voice and a little of your strength into your home one. It means being honest enough to let people see that you are not one-dimensional, that you contain more than one rhythm, and that's all right. Because authenticity isn't about being the same everywhere. It's about being true everywhere. The truth may change its language depending on the room, but it never stops being truth. Maybe the goal isn't to merge all yourselves into one, but to let them coexist peacefully, connected by awareness, grounded by honesty. When they do, life feels less like switching masks and more like moving through different kinds of light. You can bring your whole self to work without losing professionalism. You can bring your wisdom home without losing tenderness. You can bring your silence into conversation and your laughter into solitude. That's what it means to live whole. So, who are you, really? You are the one beneath all versions, the one who feels each role rise and fade and keeps breathing through them. You are the awareness that watches your own reflection change shape with grace. At work, you might be the wave. At home, you might be the tide. But beneath them both, you are the ocean. Take a slow breath now. Let yourself feel how all those selves, the confident one, the quiet one, the tired one, the hopeful one, are not separate. They're all you. They've all been trying, in their own way, to belong, to do well, to love. And maybe they all deserve your kindness. You don't have to keep them apart anymore. You can let them meet here, in this moment of stillness. Because when they do, something beautiful happens. The performance ends, and presence begins. Thank you for being here, for giving yourself this moment to reflect. Stay gentle, stay curious, and stay kind. And if this question spoke to you, continue your journey with us on Yarven's Questions. More stories, more reflections, and more quiet truths are waiting for you. Take care, my friend. Until next time.